Well, it's day two of the renovation here at Ann and Rick's place on West 12th. And as you can see, I finally figured out how to work the zoom so I can fit more into the little picture here. So we're looking at the what I call the four doors, the four-door corridor there. And you can see I've taken down all the old moldings. I've put up the new ones. Uh, the headers have all been done with lath to match the window in the living room. And I've got all the baseboards off at the bottom, and I did manage to fit the boards in so that they tuck nicely with carpet and should look okay. And let's see if we move a little bit closer here. We can get a little bit more detail on the floor. And let's see how this all looks here. So I have a feeling that vent there is totally useless. But if you guys ever change your furnace again, I'd ask the furnace man and see what it's all about. Because I don't think it does anything. So all in all, I think this is going to be really quite nice. Because it'll match the living room. This is all in one room. And so going this way, let's take a peek down at the bottom of the wall here, behind the sofa. You can see that the baseboard has come off. This is going to look stupid. I'm not a filmmaker. I don't know how to pan things. Anyhow, and I'm not a panhandler either. So this ugly old grate here, which didn't look too bad painted up against the brown wall, and I think I've painted that old vent 4 times and somebody else has painted it at least 10 times. I have finally got a new vent for that because it won't, it'll look stupid with the new baseboard. Now the new vent pretty much looks the same, it's just a little bit larger, and I'll finish it off with a bit of trim board and it'll look nice and new and spiffy, and will last the next 20 or 30 paintings. And going over here to the window wall, you can see I've got the first 8-inch baseboard down. Now it's not really 8 inches, they say 8 inches, but it's actually 7 1/4. And I'm really happy with that because I think if it were actually 8 inches, it would be just a little bit too much for the room. And I'm glad that Anne decided not to do the 1-foot baseboard because it would have been a little bit too much for the room. Anyhow, well, the camera autofocus here. So that's my next lesson on learning how to use the camera. Don't walk too fast. So there's the that wall going there. The plaster isn't too bad at the bottom of that, but we definitely will have to put the second trim around the bottom of this board because when I put up the wall board, there's at least 1/8 of an inch space between the the finished floor, the oak floor, and the wall. So I'll do all of that before I leave, and it'll be much easier than doing all the rest of the stuff because it's small and it's pretty much simple to do. And oh, there's the Christmas cactus. And I bet it's the baby one of the one that used to be here about 20 years ago. Now there it is, my lovely little saw. It's a miracle maker and it has made all this come true, and my arms aren't sore. It's absolutely amazing, well worth its money. And away we go. So I've got over here in the by the Abraham Lincoln table. There's the first piece on that wall, and you can see that the arch is finished. I have to nail those in. Now this will all have to be painted and filled, of course, and while I'm at it, even though it's going to be just a little bit extra time, I'm going to tweak these little windows so that they match everything else. Because if I don't tweak them, they're going to stand out like sore thumbs with that small, funny little curved molding, and I'll tweak them to look like the front windows, although the boards won't be quite as big. And while I'm at that, I'll just move here a little bit closer. according to the antique book, this table was produced in and around the time Abraham Lincoln was president. That's my brother on the cell phone. So we'll just let him ring and we'll talk to him later. So this is the little not china cabinet, the liquor cabinet. And I will also tweak that. And then everything is tweaked, or will be tweaked. And this is day 2. This beautiful little house.